Did I have this? I probably had this shirt on yesterday. I feel like I did. I may have, I may not have, I don't know, but I feel like I did. I feel like I did. I'm so shaky today. I don't know why. Oh, I do. Hi. Hey, Eleni. What is up, guys? I know it's super early, but here we are. I will fill y'all in on a couple things for this morning because, holy Lord. Yes, I sure did. I sure did. Hey, Divinity. I sure did. So, Grand Rising. Grand Rising, guys. Rise and shine. How is everyone this morning? I wanted to actually let me know if you guys could, testing 1, 2, 3, 10, 4. Copy that. Um, let me know if you can hear me okay. Okay. So that's number one. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Yes. I'm gonna wait just to see if everybody tells me that they can. Sorry, guys. I'm literally like, oh, okay, cool. Can you hear? Like, it sounds like good with the mic. That's what I mean. Like, does it sound okay with the mic or whatever? I'm waiting for my bar to kick in. I'm waiting for my bar to kick in to do anything. I feel, to be honest. I had quite the like evening slash morning. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Y'all already know. Is there ever anything that, like, is there ever a day I feel like that goes by that nothing crazy or weird or whatever happens in my life? The Chronicles of Melissa, Green Eye Phoenix Goddess. The Chronicles. I'm gonna start doing Chronicles, for real. For real. You did? Oh no. It's a good vibe. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, cool. So, oh, Eleni, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry, honey. That sucks. That sucks. I had a horrible week myself, but it wasn't really work wise. It was just that I had like a really horrible week when it came to my cycle. It's always a horrible week when it comes to my cycle. I'm just going to preface by saying that I never have a good cycle. It's very maybe far in between that I do have a good cycle, which is why I say I rarely get one. Normally, the week of my cycle, it's like death. It's like death. Okay. It's like the other day, I'm not even kidding. I told you guys on the live the other day, it was like a murder scene. It was like a murder scene had occurred. And I said, what the fuck is this? Like, literally, like, I was like, I cannot. I said, how do we women deal with this shit? Like, I was like, who the fuck? So I hear you, girl, because that's kind of been my week, okay? And listen, I woke up today with the blessing that it completely stopped out of nowhere. It's very minimal. It's like literally, I don't know. Mind you, it doesn't happen until I get that pill in me. Or all of a sudden, I think they must have been like, you know what, Bendito, we literally put through some shit. Like it literally was a murder scene today. We better take this shit away from this bitch, like before she fucking loses it. I kid you not. I kid you not. The other morning, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was just done. I was done. I said, you know what? Take me away. Like, I literally was like, in the bath, I was like, take me away. I was like, I'm fucking done with this shit. For real. For real. I said, I don't, like, I was literally done. I was praying. I was like, I'm fucking done. I said, I'm just fucking done. I was so fucking done. Mind you, my doctor had just called me talking about, you're low on iron. Yeah, bitch. I know why. Hello. Mind you, I did the blood work when I was on my cycle. It was earlier this week. I had it when I was on my cycle. So, of course, hilarious. Sorry, my mom's texting me. Everybody's messaging me today. So let me, yeah. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to get on a rant about my cycle again, but I've been very strongly thinking for the past 2 weeks to do like a petition for ladies who work to be able to stay home on their cycle, because I don't think people realize that getting through the day is hard enough. It's hard enough. But then it's just hard enough, you know. So I don't know. I've been thinking for a couple weeks to kind of like start a petition or something. I don't know. I've been thinking about it honestly because it's just too much. It's just too fucking much. It's too fucking much. At any rate, let me tell y'all what happened to me between last night and this morning. Okay? Let me tell y'all, because my son, I don't know. So happy Saturday, B. Hi guys. So yesterday, right? Because remember I told you guys that Micah kept getting up like super early, but then he would go to sleep super late. So it's like he's been literally throwing his own cycle off of sleep. He's been throwing his own pattern off. Okay. So me as a mom, because I know that he's doing this, I'm trying to get him back on track, right? I'm trying to get him back on some sort of pattern. Let me tell you what this fool did to me last night. Okay. Mind you, he knows that I was working throughout the whole day, like back and forth. I was working, and then I was doing videos, and then I was doing it live, and then I was cooking, I was doing this, right? Like back and forth. Then I had Brookers. I had a lot of things going on. Mind you, all while on my cycle, right? Like, okay, doing everything, blah, blah, blah. When I was thinking that he was in there chilling, he ended up taking, remember I told you guys he was taking a mid-afternoon nap? This boy did not get up till almost midnight. And then he had me up from midnight till about 3 or 4 o'clock this morning, because he didn't go to sleep till 5 this morning. But then check out what he tried to do. Check out what he tried to do. Got up at midnight, right? After sleep, like just having a nap all fucking day, apparently, right? Because I would go check in. I'd be like, yo, what you doing in here? And then he'd be like, oh, watching it. Like he's very good at actively being like, oh, I'm watching TV. And then all of a sudden he passes the fuck out again, right? All of a sudden I get out my bath, which was already a crazy bath as it is, because I'm gonna tell you what happened. It was already a crazy bath as it is. Okay. I get out and he gets up talking about good morning. I was like, first of all, I have all his shit. Okay. I have to confiscate all this stuff. Listen, this boy tried to go to sleep by 5 o'clock in the morning and then tried to get up at 8 this morning, 3 hours of sleep. I said, oh, no, sir. Because y'all already know what he's been doing to me all week with this whole back and forth sleep pattern and the sleep schedule. He's literally been in my room every 10 to 15 minutes. Every 10 to 15 minutes, I kid you not. I finally already became numb to it, that I'll sit in my room and I'll be like this. And I let him just express himself. I let him just get whatever it is off his chest. At that point, I feel like I'm not even going to teach him about the fact that you're not supposed to be interrupting people when they're doing things or whatever, because he knows that. But it's just that sometimes he's got so much energy. He's so excited. Like he comes. So you know what? Yesterday and the day before, I just let him, guys. I was just like, and then I'm like, you good? I'm like, you done? And then once he was done, then I would tell him, you came in here 15 minutes ago. And then he goes, my bad. But then he leaves and then he still comes back, even though it's his bad. He's like, I'm still going to come back. Guys, I kid you not. I love my baby, pero bendito, every 10 to 15 minutes, I can't get anything done when he's awake. I can't get anything done. I can't get a video done. I can't get a reading done. When he's awake, I can't. So I work my hours. I work my hours around his schedule. Like when he's sleeping, I try to do all my spiritual work so that he's not coming out in the videos, and he's not, because it's rude and it's just a professional. You know what I'm saying? So when he tried to get up at 8 this morning, I looked at him and I said, oh, no, sir. I said, no. And you better go. I said, and you better make sure you get a good rest, my man. A good rest. I said, because we're not doing a repeat of yesterday where you're going to be, and no, sir. No, sir. I said, if I got to come in, I said, shake your freaking bed. I said, that's what I'm going to do. I said, because we ain't playing that shit today. I was like, but listen, bless his heart. You got to admire his spirit. Bless his heart. Because he's so confident. Like he literally got up, like he was straight up going to be able to get up at 8 this morning. He was so confident. He was like, good morning. And I was like, no. I said, no. I said, no, no. Okay. So that was between last night and this morning. Okay. Now let me tell you what happened when I was doing my spiritual bath. So you guys know how when I do predictions and shit like that, and I always say to you guys, I don't ever really do predictions for myself. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? If I feel something, then that's different. Like if I have an inner knowing, and I know something that's gonna happen for me or whatever, then I feel like that's different. But I normally don't, I don't channel for myself. I don't do any of that for myself, right? I really consider it like charm. It's personal gain. For me, I just feel like I can't do that, right? So I've been saying things for a while, about past people, and past people returning, and all that stuff, or like whatever. And I, as my personal thing that I was going through, like I always knew that I was going to hear, from like an old friend or like whatever. So I kid you not, guys, but the reason why I'm telling this story is because it's so very specific. Okay, it's so very specific because the date is very specific. I had given myself a 3-month mark for a friend, and tomorrow makes that 3-month mark, and I heard today, and I predicted that for myself. I kept saying, I was like, I don't want it to be so. I said, but it's going to be so. I said, it's going to be so. There's no way, there's no ifs, ands, or buts, or no way around it. I said, what's going to happen is going to happen. I said, because I already know. I can't stop it from happening. That's what happened to me in the bath this morning. All right. So I was taking my spiritual bath. You know what I'm saying? I have my moon water, and then I have my moonstone. Where's my moonstone, bendito? Here it is. I have my moonstone, right? I had just gotten all my stuff from my table out, because I have the skylight, and so the moon was hitting, and all that stuff. So I took my moon water, put it in there. I was getting ready. I got up. I was in a good mood. I was like, yay, whatever. I'm holding my moonstone and I'm meditating. And I kid you not, because sometimes, when you're sitting and you're praying and you're meditating, there are certain people that maybe have done you wrong that, you wish well. So sometimes there's people that have done me wrong that I'll sit and I'll pray for. You know what I mean? Like I'll wish them well. I'll wish them happiness and love, and all that stuff, and for them to find healing. So I'll pray for people, depending on who I feel, needs or whatever. Like I'll pray for them or whatever. So that was happening to me this morning. And as I held my stone and I was praying for someone or whatever, I got a message. And you know how like you have specific tones for people? So like if you get a message and you haven't really heard that tone for like a long time, but then all of a sudden you hear that tone, sometimes like your heart drops. My heart didn't drop. My heart didn't drop this time. Normally my heart would drop or some shit like that. And I was like, you know what? My heart didn't drop this time. I felt very chill. Like I was in my little fucking moon water spiritual bath and I felt very chill. I did. It was nice to get the confirmation. I'm not gonna lie. It was nice to get the confirmation. And that's kind of what I'm taking with me for the day. The confirmation, really, not the actual experience, but I'm just taking the confirmation with me because that shit was funny. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit was fucking funny. That shit was fucking funny, and it was right on fucking time. And then, especially with the date and everything, I just thought that shit was so fucking funny because y'all already know I'm a funny bitch. Like, I like to laugh. I like jokes, whatever the case. Like, I'm a funny bitch, right? I swear to God that the protection that I have, like, behind me or whatever the case, I feel like they just like me. They got a fucking sense of humor, okay? And I feel like they are just like me because I'm like, yo. I'm like, for real? Like, listen, Linda, listen. I really truly was like, I swear to God, guys, I was naked, okay? I mean, I was in my bath, okay? I'm naked in my bath, okay? Holding just like this, literally naked, just like this. My hair is dripping, I'm just like this. As I am fucking praying for the person. You know, it's like, bing! I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, in my head, I was like, you lying. I'm like, you lying. I'm like, I said, Melissa, you really do need to get checked out. I feel like I really do need to go to a neurologist or something like that. Guys, because I'm getting a little scared. I'm not going to front. I'm getting a little scared with my specifications and my predictions because I feel like, God forbid, that maybe I got a tumor or something that's giving me access to something. You know, because you know how like you go to those movies, there's movies like that where all of a sudden somebody has like, you know, this like amazing gift or whatever the case, and then all of a sudden you find out, oh shit, they're fucking dying. I mean, I don't want to be morbid or anything like that, but like I've thought about it. I've thought about it. Like I'm like, I don't know, bro, because it should be real creepy sometimes. Should be real creepy sometimes. It really does. Like honestly, like like days like today, I'm like, this is fucking creepy. Because I kept waiting, guys. I kept waiting. Like I'm like, you know, like because you know how you know, and you can feel the sun's gonna happen, but then again, you're not supposed to let that little bit of doubt. But then sometimes you be thinking, is it? Is it? I don't allow myself to do that. I told you guys. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, I don't know. When you just know, you know. When you know, you know. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking hysterical. Yeah, Lainey, I'm sure you can. Cancer, right? You're cancer, Lainey? Yes. Yes. Well, especially if it's like let's say for example you're very close to people as well, you know what I'm saying? So like I think you'll notice it more. um well, no, because maybe if you're growing and your gifts are growing and stuff like that, it'll expand. It will expand. So like for me, you know, where I like, you know how like some people, oh, okay, perfect example, Charmed. The girls from Charmed, perfect example. You know how like their gifts would grow little by little as they would get their emotions in check because their powers were tied to their emotions. Oh my gosh, I just love talking about stuff like this. I really do. I really do. I really do. Because it's so powerful and like amazing, and it's just crazy. It's to me it's just crazy. So yeah, it's exactly like that, because you know how like they say, kind of like your, you know, your powers are like kind of tied to your emotions. So like if you're a fucking angry wreck or whatever the case, obviously, you know, your powers are gonna like, they're gonna demonstrate like that. But if you're coming more from love, from calmness, you know, patience, understanding, when you're coming from all those things, it's more controlled. It's more controllable. You know what I mean? It makes it, isn't it kind of like common sense, right? I feel like it's kind of common sense. You know? Yeah. Oh yeah. Girl, oh my god. Did I told you guys about the time that I had, and I think she's cool with me talking about it. I think she's cool with me talking about it because she had apologized to me because of this. She had apologized to me because of this. I don't know if I told you guys about that I had predicted somebody was going to harm her, one of my friend's kids, that I had a dream, right? Let me tell you guys a story real quick. I had a dream. So what had happened was, let me stop. Let me be quiet because he finally fell asleep and I don't want to fucking wake him up. Truly do not. So this was, oh my god, this was like so long ago. And my friend at this point, she knew kind of like how I was. She knew that I felt things. She knew that I was able to tell people, you know, that things would happen or like whatever. So she, at this point, my friend, she knew who I was and she knew how I was. And she, you know, she accepted me, whatever the case, like it's fine. But I remember at this point, I think it just hit a nerve. I think it just hit a nerve because it was something that she had gone through. And so she got triggered and it hit a nerve when I told her about my dream. But of course, and listen, guys, I don't ever go up to somebody and give a message if they don't want to hear the message. I will literally, if I'm outside and I get a message from somebody, because I don't know if they're religious or not. And so I always literally say, I'm so sorry to disturb you. But I hope, you know, and then I'll explain to them what I do and how I am or whatever. And then I'll ask them if it's okay if I give them the message. I'm not just gonna blurt it out. I'm not gonna do that to somebody because like I said, If somebody doesn't believe in what I believe in, it's gonna be a moot point anyway. It's gonna be pointless because they won't resonate for them. You know what I mean? So I always ask permission. I'm not just gonna go up and be like, I'm not gonna do that. First of all, that's fucking rude. I can't do that. That's rude. To me, that's rude. I don't know you from a fucking hole in the wall coming up to me like that. So I always ask permission. All right. Now, I approached her and I said, listen, I don't want to and I even said, I said, I don't want to freak you out, or anything like that. I said, but I had a really, really bad dream. I said, and it involves your kids. And I just, I don't feel like it was a dream. I said, I really don't. I said, I feel that it was a prediction. I said, it's like a warning. And I want to tell you, I want to tell you because it involves your kids. I said, but I don't want to scare you. I said, so is it okay if I tell you the dream, and then you tell me how it like resonates with you or whatever. So I remember I told her the dream, and it was, for me, it was very uncomfortable because the dream I felt had like specifics that I didn't really want to get into with her, but I had to get into it because I wanted her to know, right? And so I told her, and I remember she looked at me and I'd never seen that look on her face before because she was always very accepting of me. But the fact that it involved her kids and the fact that, she's gone through trauma like that, I think it really triggered her. It triggered her and she cursed me the fuck out. This bitch cursed me out. She cursed me out. What the fuck? Blah, blah, whatever. And I was just like, whoa. I was like, okay. So, I left her with the information. We didn't speak for several years, if I'm being honest. We didn't speak for several years. So like I never really truly like got to really speak to her about it or like find out or like whatever until years later. Like I'm talking about maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. This was probably a good 15 years ago, and I just got confirmation about 2, 3 years ago for that, what I had told her from my dream. And she apologized to me. She said, I just want you to know that, I've always, believed in you. I've always loved what you do. And I know that you're special and that you have a gift. And I just wanted to say sorry, all those years ago, she's like, because you were right, and I just didn't want to see it and I didn't want to believe it. But you were right, and I was able to avoid that, for my kids or like whatever, and she was like, and I thank you for that or whatever. I remember, yeah, she did. It was like maybe like a couple years ago. She came to me, she found me on Facebook and she apologized. And I always appreciated that, from her because she didn't have to do that. She could have just, she could have kept me wondering for fucking years. You know what I'm saying? But it was nice that she came back and was like, listen, like, my bad. It just wasn't what I needed to hear or what I wanted to hear. And I knew that. And like I said, I knew that, but I needed to say what I needed to say because at that point it's not that I didn't care about her trauma and what she went through, but I was trying to avoid future trauma from occurring. And so at that point, to me, even though she was my friend, she didn't matter at that moment in time because there was like a bigger purpose, So he was getting in the car and he was going to lose his job. It all happened on a timeline. Oh, nice. Nice. I love stuff like that. I just love stuff like that. I think it's always fun to be able to give people specifics, or as specific as we can be, I guess, right? Because sometimes, sometimes I'd be laughing because sometimes there really are moments in time where I'm sitting and I'll be trying really hard to get more like specifics, but it's almost like it's a roadblock and sometimes they won't let me see. But that means that it's just the stuff is certain things are not ready to be revealed. You know what I mean? That's what I don't think a lot of people realize about readings. Like you could say, let me get a love reading or, let me get a general reading or whatever the case, or focus on this or focus on that. But whatever needs to come out at the moment needs to come out. That's what's going to come out, basically. Oh, B, you are too, girl. You are too. Yes. Yes. And I agree. Yes. Thank you. You know what? That's actually kind of like a good way of putting it. That's kind of a good way of putting it, Eleni. Thank you. Yes. Whatever it is that you're kind of like, well, energy, right? Whatever it is that your energy is focused on or what your energy is feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like at the moment, like that's basically what I pull from at the moment. That's normally what I would pull from. But a lot of times, unfortunately, I can't control whether or not some past shit comes up and then the future shit comes up. I can't control it. I can't control it. I'm still laughing at I'm still laughing at what happened to me this morning. I'm just cracking up. I'm just cracking up. And you know what? I'm thinking I may finally grab some coffee today. Cause here's the thing, I was laughing. So I was like, oh, so the other day when I went to the grocery store, I got me some creamer, right? I got creamer. Okay. Now, mind you, this was the week where I wasn't drinking coffee, but because I was like, I'm not drinking coffee because it was the no sugar, no carbs. I said, but I'm gonna get the creamer for next week when I'm doing the no spend because I'm not gonna go to Starbucks, right? Unless I have the stars or whatever, because then technically I'm not wasting money. But I don't have any more stars. I think the last ones were Monday or whatever like that. So I don't have any more. So I was like, I'm not gonna go. But the thing I forgot is that we put the coffee maker away. I forgot that we put it away. You know? So we put the coffee thing away. And I remember looking at Mike and I said, damn it, I said I forgot we put the coffee thing away. Safe journey, safe journey, safe journey, girl, safe journey. So I have creamer and I have coffee and I have the coffee maker, but it's all the way at the top of the cabinet. And I'm like, oh, you know, sucks. Mm. And I think in Boston they might have one of the dispensaries or whatever, whatever the case or whatever. So where you don't have to have a card or something like that. Oh, but I don't know if you could be from. I don't know. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But they do have. I know that they over there. They got some dispensaries over there. I'm dying to go. I'm dying to go. Trust me. I'm dying to go. I think my bar is finally starting to kick in. I finally did my makeup today. I was like, let me do some makeup today because the hair, it just doesn't work unless I have some foundation on because I'm just pale as F. Okay. I'm pale AF. Safe flight, safe journey. Bree said, did somebody say dispensaries? We sure did. We sure did. Um, we sure did. Okay, we sure did. So guys, look what I charged my crystals on. I mean, there was still obviously not enough space, so I had to get like another little container or whatever, but like very pizzazz, very pizzazz. But I put all my crystals on here to charge them. And I sold my Libyan Tektite. A client of mine bought it actually. And so I charged it for her. And then I'm going to stage it later and I'm going to package it up for her and mail it out. So it's nice and cleansed and charged. And it'll do the job for her. So that's good. I charged my charms as well and my timing stones. So I charged all my stuff. Mm-hmm. Anywho. So what are y'all doing today? What is everybody else doing today? I just hopped on because I just didn't like I'm trying to kill a little bit of time because I just feel I don't know what's going on with me today. I just have one client at 5, but that's about it. I have to figure out where to put some other clients actually. But that's about it. I've just been chilling, cleaning up a little bit. Like I cleaned up my room, I changed my sheets, I have everything ready to go tomorrow to do laundry. No, 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 you better go and make sure you fall asleep. I'm not playing with you. We're not playing this game today. No, it's gonna be only not. It's only gonna be 10. No, not when you go to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning. Go. No, you're not. This is my cue to go, guys, for sure. No, excuse me. No, excuse me. Be careful because there was glass that I had broken earlier, so be careful with your feet. Yes, in the bathroom. Obviously, I'm telling you that because you're going stepping into the bathroom. Hello, on the floor. You never know where the pieces could go. Guys, like I know where all the damn pieces of glass fell. What am I, a damn robot machine? You see? I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to do it. This has been my week. All week. All week long. I refuse. I refuse until he rests because when he doesn't rest, he's literally in my room every 10 to 15 minutes. And I can't do that shit today. He got me breaking down. I got pimple coming out over here. I'm like, I feel like my hair's gonna be falling out. Like I'm stressed to the max. Like, let me get some shit done, bro. Go to sleep, Micah. If you don't go back to sleep, you're gonna have a very miserable day. Just so you know. Go. Guys, I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go because I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing this today. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Y'all see what I have to go through, right? Y'all see what I have to go through? And then my mom was also messaging me earlier too, as well. And she's always telling me, don't message me so early. But then she messages me early. She's a trip. They're a trip. They a trip. I'm gonna tell you right now, they a trip and a half. You know what? My life is not boring. I will say that. My life is not boring. There's nothing boring going on over here. For sure. There's nothing boring going on. But I knew it. I knew it. I knew he just been laying there waiting to be like, oh, let me try to get up. And I know it's that new moon energy, but no, no, y'all don't even, oh my God, y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't even understand when I tell you that it's literally, I'm not even, I think you guys have been witness, right? Have you guys been witness? Like the every 10 to 15 minutes or even 20 minutes or whatever. Okay, you guys, y'all have seen it, right? It's not, y'all have seen it, right? It's not just me. And this is me being, trying to be chill, trying to be calm, but he's very unreasonable. He's very unreasonable. He is. He just he's gonna try to wait me out now, and that's the problem. He's gonna try to wait me out now. Basically, that's what's gonna happen. So now I really can't start on a project or start something for fear of knowing that he is going to come out in another 15 minutes. This is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? So now I have to wait. So now this is me having to wait and waste an hour or so waiting him out so that he finally can, overpass the struggle that he's feeling because he knows he's fucking tired, but because he's wired, he doesn't. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm the mom. I know what you need. You need some fucking rest. So now I gotta wait him out, guys. Now I'm gonna be waiting him out to see if he passes out. Oh, I feel badly. You got more than one. Yeah, and I get it. And I get it. I think if I had three, I think that's why subconsciously I stopped at one. Honestly, I think subconsciously that's why I stopped at one. And the funny thing is that in my family, people always said that they thought I was gonna have the most kids, and no, I sure didn't. I sure didn't. I sure didn't. And the funny thing is that I'm such a multitasker that I've taken care of multiple kids. You know what I mean? Like I've literally had 4 or 5 kids, and I'm taking care. Kids love me. I love kids. Kids love me. That's not the problem. But I think subconsciously, when I had my one, he was like having 3 or 4. Like honestly, because he is because he literally takes up all my time. He takes up all my time. It's very hard to get things done around here. It is. It's very hard. It's very hard. But I mean, I do it. I get them done because I got to get them done. But the stress, sometimes that can ensue trying to get it done. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. And so I try to, that's what I'm saying. When you talk to your kids, because I explained that to him. I'm like, listen, how do you expect me to make money? And how do you expect me to make ends meet if when I'm trying to do what I need to do and be in my flow of things, you keep fucking with me? I'm like, you keep fucking with me. I'm like, every time that I'm doing a reading, every time that I'm doing a live, every time that I'm trying to record something, whatever, I'm like, you constantly are fucking with me. I said, how fucking professional do you think that that looks? I'm like, you're a thinker. You're always talking about, mom, think about it, think about it. I'm like, you're a thinker. I'm like, think. Is that professional? Does that look cute? I'm like, it sure don't. I'm like, it sure don't. I said, and I know I wouldn't want to pay nobody to be seeing their fucking kids on camera and shit like that. I said, I don't want to pay nobody to do nothing like that. Hello? I'm like, stop fucking with me. Stop fucking with me. I'm like, you're my son and I love you. I said, but you fuck with my money. I said, you fuck with my money. He was like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I said, hello, you as an earth sign should know you don't like for people to fuck with your money. I said, so you're fucking with your money by fucking with my money. Does it make sense? I said, the energy kind of flows like that. In order for you to get money, you need access to me and my funds. So if you want me to get funds so that you can have access to funds, stop fucking with me. Stop fucking with me. That's what I told him. I said, stop fucking with me. I said, stop fucking with me, please. I said, stop fucking with me. I said, because, hello? I said, how do you not get that? How do you not get that? I'm like, your tablet, the phone, like all your stuff, yes, they are in your possession. I said, if we want to get technical, yes, these things are in your possession and they have technically been housed with you. But that does not mean that they are yours because I have purchased these items. These items are items that I have purchased with my hard earned money. You understand what I'm saying? So I always tell them, I'm like, let's not get it twisted, really. Like, let's not really misunderstand our place here. I'm like, I'm not trying to make you seem anything less than of a human or whatever. Okay, I said, you're entitled to your feelings. You're entitled to how you feel. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. That's great. I don't want to deny you that. I said, but then we also have the matter of what actually is. And what we actually have is that you're the child and I'm the parent. And unfortunately, in your eyes, I'm the one that controls the funds and all the stuff that we have here that I have purchased. So let's not get it twisted. I'm like, I allow you while you are living in my home to use these items and to call them your own. But if you really want to call them your own, you could run me my money. I am a businesswoman after all. Like, run me my money. How are you going to get me my money if you really want to call them your own? That's fine. If you really want to do that, you want to get technical. I always tell him, because my son's very technical, like, oh, well, if I purchase it, then technically it's mine. You're absolutely right. I said, you are absolutely right. I said, so then run me my money. Run me my money for the $800 that I pay for this phone that I've been paying monthly and all this stuff. I said, run me my money. And then you could call it yours. We're good. I can't tell you what to do with your phone. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's very simple. It's very simple. So at any rate, I wanted to just come on and say, a good morning to you guys and chit chat and have some fun while I was sitting here killing time waiting this out. Guys, I tell you, I'm about to be like, yo, like, it's so sad when you as a parent and like a business person, like I'm trying to get shit done. I got shit to do. Okay. Thank God that I took advantage real quick this morning while whatever it was that he was deciding in his bed or whatever, because thank God I was able to clean up and everything happened with the glass and I was able to clean up and I feel like he was out or whatever. But now I'm like, now I got to get into my logistical things. Like, let me get my stuff done. Like, stop coming in here. Guys, even if I lock the door, he comes searching for me, And you want to know something funny? You want to know something funny? I manifested a child like that. I did. I manifested a child like that because I remember when when I was pregnant, and I was thinking, because I think like every mom or like every parent, like when you know that you're about to have a child, you ponder and you wonder how they're gonna be. Are they gonna have your temperament? Like you just think and you wonder like how are they really gonna be? And I remember always saying, I just hope my child is obsessed with me, like I just hope that they love me, like so much, just like I'm gonna love them so much. I said, I just hope that it's finally the one person, that will love me unconditionally, and he does, he does. But I just try to, I try to explain to him, like, we gotta have a balance, sir. Let's have a balance because it's just, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much sometimes. It's too much. But I remember I used to be like that when he was little. I would always hug and squeeze him, and he'd be like, "Stop it!" And I'd be like, "No," because I don't know when I'm gonna get to do it again or whatever. So I got mine in when he was young. I really did. I was such the corny, lovey-dovey PDA, mom or whatever. I really was. And then he did. He started to get very like distant, like he was like, "Mom, stop," whatever. And I was like, "What?" Yeah, I remember in the car he didn't want me to drop him off. And I remember I was like, what? I was like, I can't go like get out or whatever to like watch stuff. And he was like, no, he was like, I'm good. He was like, I don't need you to do that. And I was like, oh my God, okay. Because he said, I don't need you. Not that I don't want you to do that. He said straight up, I don't need you to do that. And I said, okay. I think he was like in second or third grade. He was little still. And I was like, no, I was like, no, no. I was like, don't do that to me. Yeah, he started to become a big boy and not really want anything to do with his mama. He will again though, because he's starting to do it now. I feel like they have like a year or two, that they're like, no, no, whatever. And then it's like all of a sudden it's like, mom, mom, and it's like they just want they want to talk to you about everything. I love that. But not every 10 to 15 minutes. Give me a break. Not every 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time actually. Anywho, so yeah, so I'm gonna try to get some stuff done, guys. What do I have to do? I have one past life reading to do, but I feel like I might do that later tonight. I don't know. It's just that those drain. Those are so draining. I feel like if I do one of those, that's all I could do for the day. So I'm holding off on trying to do that one. And then I have another one, but that's another deep dive. I have another one that's like a deep dive. So I don't know. I'll do one or the other. I'll do both. I don't know. I don't know. What is everybody else doing today? What are your guys' plans? My bar's definitely kicking in. Feels nice. It feels nice because it was raining for like the past couple days and my sciatica was so bad. Like it's funny because I always wonder if we've had a broken bone that like we never got checked out and then it like healed but it didn't heal properly. I always wonder if that could possibly cause, like unexplained inflammation in the body. I wonder if it's like an actual broken bone because somebody had basically broke this fucking finger years ago. Years, when I'm talking about a good maybe 25 years ago, like long time ago. Okay, but this finger has never been the same. And what I think happened is that it was broken, but it wasn't broken enough. Like it was probably just like a little break. It wasn't broken enough that I thought anything of it, so I never sought treatment for it. Oh man, do I regret that? Do I regret? I can't, when I go to the nail place or like when I go to my sister, I they can't touch this nail. They can't massage it. They can't do nothing. I'm like, nope. I'm like, skip it because this shit fucking hurts if they touch it or whatever. I'm like, nope. They can't pull it. They can't do nothing. I'm like, just leave it be. Leave it be like that to the day I die. I said, leave it. I'm like, leave it. Don't touch it because if I hurt, don't touch it. That's another fun story about. Did I ever tell you guys when I had my cast? I have like 10 minutes. I feel like I have a good 10 minutes. I'll tell you guys this funny story and then I'm going to hop off. So I ended up breaking my toe one time. It was I guess it was my fault because I'm the one that tripped over the stupid chair. But my cousin was chasing me around my sister's house one day. And I don't even know what the hell he was chasing me for. He's just silly. He's just one of my cousins. He's just silly, whatever. And he was just chasing me. He just chose to fucking chase me around the fucking house. So I remember running from him and I was like, stop it, stop it. And I tripped over a chair. Now, mind you, it was like it wasn't even a heavy chair. It was like one of those flip chairs, like those fold up chairs or whatever. So it wasn't even like a heavy chair, right? I tripped over it. My toe like got caught on it, whatever. I tripped over it. Yeah, like it hurt, initially or whatever, but it didn't really, like, I wasn't like in agony, like it hurt, and it felt uncomfortable, but I wasn't like in agony, right? So I didn't think anything of it. But I remember at work, my coworker, I took off my shoe because it started to hurt a little bit more and more, right? And so it was black and blue, right? And she looked at it. I remember my coworker looked at it. She goes, "Bitch," she said, "You sure you didn't break your fucking toe?" And I said, "No." I said, "How could it be broken if I could walk on it?" I said, "I'm walking." I said, "I've been walking on it. I was walking. Okay. I was walking on this foot for like a week. Didn't think anything of it." She said, "Bitch, I think you broke your fucking toe." And I said, "Bitch, stop." And this is exactly how we were talking. Bitch, bitch, bitch. This is exactly how we were talking. I was like, "Bitch, stop. Don't play with me, bitch." She was like, "No, bitch. I think you broke your fucking toe." She's like, "I'm going to take you. I'm going to take you." So she took me to the emergency room. She took me to the emergency room. And I remember the doctor clear. I remember this like it was yesterday because I remember like feeling like such an ass. Okay. Because I did. Because I said, wow, I should have known better, Melissa. I was like, stupid. Like, what the fuck? He comes to me and he said, "You say you've been walking on this for like a week now, you say?" And I was like, yeah. I said, yeah. It just, it just hurt. I said, but like, I'm not in agony or anything like that. I was like, but it just hurts or whatever. He said, "Well, Melissa, I mean, I hate to tell you." He said, "But you broke your toe." He was like, it didn't feel broken to you?" And I said, "No, it didn't feel anything." I said, "It just hurt a little bit." I said, "Maybe like numb, whatever." I didn't feel anything. I said, "I didn't feel anything." He was like, "Okay." He was like, "Well, listen, you can't walk on it. We're gonna have to, it's a little bit too late. We're gonna have to like bind it or some shit like that." I forgot what the hell he said, but he put a cast on me, right? Now, mind you, I'm claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic. All right. Guys, look at my other moon water. Do you guys see this? So I heard, and I don't know if it's true, I'm going to look it up, but I heard something about these bubbles like this being your ancestors protecting. I don't know how true that is because I haven't really studied what the waters, like the symbols and stuff like that mean. Um, but I'm going to find out and then I'll let you guys know. But that's what I heard. And I did put a rose quartz in there when I was putting the moon water. Now, mind you, this was the only moon water that was like that. My other glass container, the bubbles are not like this at all. And they're sitting in the same place. But this was the one water that I set the intention that was going to be on my desk. If that makes sense. Like I literally said, this is the water that I'm going to put on my desk that I want the protection of my aunts. And I literally said it. And then I woke up to this and I said, oh shit. I got excited. I'm not going to front. I got excited. So that's on my desk. This moon water sits on my desk and I'm leaving the rose quartz in there. Anyways. So he puts the cast on and I'm supposed to follow up, you know, whatever, right? Now, mind you, I'm going to repeat, I'm claustrophobic. I don't like tight spaces and I don't like to feel like if I can't reach something, right? So like if I had an itch in my foot and I couldn't reach it and the itch continued and I still couldn't reach it, my anxiety would start to build. And so I had a freak out one night. My sister they always remember this about me. They're always like, yo, you crazy bitch. And I'm like, I know, oh my God. So I literally had a freak out. I had a meltdown one night. I was trying to take a shower. I think about it now and I'm like, wow, really, bitch? You're so fucking dramatic, you know? But listen, at the moment, that's how I felt, okay? I was trying to take a shower and, you know, I had the plastic bag, you know, but here's the thing. It was this foot, right? And I'm a lefty, right? So mind you, I'm trying to take a shower. So the shower head is like this. I'm trying to take a shower. I have to have my foot like this. It just wasn't comfortable. Okay? It just wasn't comfortable. And so I got frustrated. I did. I got frustrated and you know how like you get frustrated and you're like, motherfucker, you know, and you start like that, right? So I flipped out. I lost it. I was calling my sister and I was like, I can't breathe. I was like, I can't breathe. I said, get it out. Like I was freaking out. Freaking out because I felt not only that it was on my foot, I just felt consumed. I felt like I couldn't breathe. It was so horrible. My sister's friend ripped that shit off of my fucking foot. They did it with their teeth. I didn't even give them time to get anything. I was flipping out. And when I tell you this person done saved my fucking life, they done saved my fucking life because I'm telling you, I was like, yeah. Like I couldn't breathe. Like it like absolutely needed to come off. I couldn't have it on. I couldn't deal with it mentally. I couldn't deal with it. So luckily I was fine. Obviously the second that they took it off, I was fine. My anxiety completely went away. I was like, oh my God, like it I don't know what it was. I couldn't have it. I just felt buried to death. I felt like buried to death. I couldn't deal. So I remember going back to the doctor without no cast. Because here's the thing. I had warned him. I used to work for him. And so he knew me. He remembered me because he was like, oh, I remember you. You're always so nice, whatever. I said, listen, I'm going to be really honest with you. I said, I may be difficult. I said, I'm just letting you know. I said, I'm just warning you. I said, and I don't mean to be like that. Dr. Stamer, I said, I really don't. I said, but it's just that I am very claustrophobic. I said, and having this thing or whatever the case, it's going to give me some anxiety. I said, I'm just being honest. I said, I may come back here with it on or not. I said, I can't make any promises. He was like, please try to keep it on. Please, Melissa, try to keep it on. And I said, I'm going to try. I said, I really am going to try. And I did. Let me tell you something. I did. The first couple of days, I was a fucking champ. But let me tell you, after a little bit, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And when I went back to him and he looked at me, he was like, I knew you were not going to do it. I said, I told you, I warned you. I said, listen, you're going to have to help me figure out a different way to get this to heal besides having a cast on. I said, you're an orthopedist. I said, you can figure it out. I told them straight up. But guess what? He was able to find another fucking way. So when you're a doctor and your patients are telling you, I have this issue that I think is going to be wasting everybody's time. Can you help me figure out another way? Fucking listen. I told him, I said, I do not mean to be difficult, but I know myself. I know my body. I know my mental health. I know myself. Is there any other way that we can do this? And he said, please, let's just try this way. So I tried it his way. It didn't work. And so that's when I told him, I said, I knew you were going to figure out another way. I said, you're an orthopedist. Figure it out. I said, there's plenty of other ways for these bones to heal and all this shit. I said, figure out a way for me, sir. I said, because I cannot do that with my anxiety. I'm done. You know? So at any rate, I'm going to get going because I'm going to clean up the rest of the kitchen. I already did my room, did all that stuff, did the living room, got everything ready to do laundry. So I'm going to get going and do other things. I'm going to attempt to see if I could wait this out. We're going to try to wait this out. Yeah. Let's see. Energy that you carry. Oh, okay. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up because somebody else said too that it shows that you have like a really big long line of ancestors behind you, which I kind of already knew that because I could feel that real strong, but I'm just curious, you know. I'm curious to know a little more. So I'm gonna look it up. Oh, nice, Bree. You got your ID? Or what do you guys call? Oh, that's so funny. Are you gonna turn it into like a fun day to chill and shit? That's fun. Sometimes people need days like that, you know? What is it? Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this. My mama said. Guys, I told you I finished Mr. Robot, right? I'm kind of sad. I wish that there was more episodes, but I mean, there's only so much you can go with it, I guess, you know? Has nobody ever seen that? Has nobody ever seen Mr. Robot? I kind of like just want to tell you guys what it is. Can I like just tell you? I don't know if you guys will watch it or not because I think the concept of it was so freaking cool. It was so freaking cool. Like the whole concept, like the guy who did it got an impeccable mind. That's for sure. And I feel like the guy who did it must have probably gone through it in order to be able to deliver that quality of what he did. Let me tell you, I feel like he must have gone through that in an experience or like a past life or something, because how could you not with that type of quality thinking? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So basically, look, I'm just going to give you like the gist of basically what the whole thing was about. Basically, it's about this guy who he's not schizophrenic. I don't want to call it schizophrenic. He's got multiple personality disorder or like dissociative personality disorder, right? So basically what happened is this. But I but even though you know what happens, I still highly recommend watching it because the way that they show you how this unfolds is so cool. Okay? And I wish that I could explain like everything and the way that they do it, but basically the bottom line is this. You're basically going through the mind of somebody who has dissociative personality disorder. That's basically what's going on. You're going through the whole show is basically taking you through like what this disorder kind of is. And so it, oh my God, it's just so cool. But the reason why he got the disorder was because of trauma. So there was trauma that he had that he dealt with that he hid behind in these personalities, right? And so throughout the show, it's kind of unfolding as to him realizing that because basically what he did was he set himself up so that he wouldn't remember his trauma, right? Which is why he came up with the personalities. But it's just so crazy how the mind is, you know, because the mind going through something so traumatic can actually really truly make something so safe or whatever. Like, you know, it just The mind is an amazing thing. The mind is a beautiful thing. The mind is a beautiful thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. It was so cool how they did it, how they showed it to you, how it unfolded, how you figured it out, like what was going on. Like it was just really like, it was crazy. It was crazy how this man took you really through like it's crazy. It's really good. It's really good. I wish I would have seen it a long time ago, to be honest. It's really good. I highly suggest it still. Still knowing that, I still highly suggest watching it because you'll see it kind of like unfold. You know what I mean? Like, and it's fascinating. It's so fascinating. Anyway, all right. Let me hop off, guys. I know I keep saying it, but let me hop off for real and let me figure out what the hell's going on over here. All right. I will either talk to you guys later or tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow. Don't forget. We're streaming. I'm pretty sure we're streaming. I think we're good to stream over on our other channel. So yeah, tomorrow night we'll see you guys. All right. Mwah. Have a wonderful day, guys.